West looking him over. A little bit wide, but West gives him the green flag. We're underway here at the 47th Annual Winter Nationals, night number 2, Lanny Edwards Memorial here at Devil's Bowl Speedway. Steve Adrian in that number 75 out in front. And compared to everybody else, looks like he's missing about half the body.
I'm sorry, but that car's just ugly to me. I'm sorry. If the front don't look like it matches the rest of the car. Oh!
Well, the number 27 of Cody Kimig gave that right rear a little tap over there in turn number 1. Once again, Cody pulling down on the number 75 of Steve Adrian, as Dale Western, the number 12, did not make the call for heat race number 1 for the Texas Wing Modifieds. Cody Kimig continues to run in second. Taking a sneak peek. Oh, gives that left wheel of the 75 a little tap. Once again, falls back a couple of car lengths. But Steve Adrian in that 75 knows he's there, and he goes to the outside. Still greasy up there on the top. Not able to make the move as they go down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Cody Kimig once again. Steve Adrian's going to say, hey, you only hit me about 3 or 4 times.
Have you noticed Steve Adrian's elbows are sticking outside the windows of that car? He's seriously doing the elbows up thing.
Down the back straightaway. Steve Adrian in the 75, he is. You're exactly right, Joe. But now we've got a new leader coming off turn number 4. Cody Kimig out of Waxahachie, Texas, takes over the lead as they go into turn number 1. Steve Adrian now running in second. Third spot, the number 7 car of Corey Kimig. We have a lot of people with the same last names. I'm thinking brothers and fathers and sons.
I think those two are brothers, actually, Cody and Corey Kimig. Don't hold me to that, but that's what I think.
Well, once Cody got by the number 75 of Steve Adrian, he's kind of checked out on this one. Should be looking at the white flag this time. White flag in the air for the 27 of Cody Kimig out of Waxahachie. Steve Adrian continues to run in second. Corey Kimig runs in third with Matt Wester in the number 2 and 4th, and Mike Mersack in the number 43 runs in 5th. Here we go, checker flag in the air. Heat race number 1 done. The number 27, Cody Kimig out of Waxahachie, your winner. Second spot, Steve Adrian in the number 75. Third, Corey Kimig in the number 7. Fourth, Matt Wester in the 2. And Mike Mersack rounds out the top 5. Dad, of course, owned Super Bowl Speedway back in the day.
Yeah.
R.E. McComas.
R.E., he's the one that let me put my parts trailer on the track. Rick says, I'll just tag in on the back here.
So the green flag is out. Heat race number 2.
And all these guys got, I think, like 360 motors in them or something close to that, 358s. Well, I guarantee you that 39 car's probably got a 500 and something, 510 or something. Rick's always known for having a big motor.
Well, Billy Buckmeyer in that 38 out in front. Second spot, the 21M of Jimmy McComas. Marsh Landers in the 24 runs in third. Now jumps up to second as they go into turn 3.
He did move up into second, didn't he? Marsh
sure
Landers,
did.
I've known him for years. He used to have hair down to about his waist. Larry Landers is his dad.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
Larry Landers?
I sure do.
I announced for them over at Roy City for a while. Tricky Ricky's moving up into that 4th position, looks like right now, out front.
Putting all 510 cubic
He's
inches.
putting all them cubic inches to work there. Out front is the 38 of Billy Bachmeyer, followed closely by the 24 of Marsh Landers. Looked like he's pulling a pass on the inside. Bachmeyer went high. Landers went low, knowing the place to pass. The Devil's Bowl is coming out of turn 2. Down the front straightaway, your new leader, the 24 of Marsh Landers. Bachmeyer in second. The 64 of Zeller in third. Zeller trying to take over that second position. He's moving underneath Marsh. And Marsh is out front. Zeller, Bachmeyer, and Rick McComas. Oh, looked like a little bit of, I don't know if that was tire smoke, front tire rubbing on a bar, coming out of the 64 of Zeller. Oh, that's looking like a little bit of oil. Yeah, valve cover gasket, I'll guarantee you.
I saw a little flame, so maybe a little oil coming out of there.
Yeah, dumping a little oil. When it backfires, there's a little spark here, and it'll puff up. Probably do it going into 3 because he may let off just a little bit. We'll see. Tricky Ricky's going to take care of this stuff. He says, I don't want to be behind that smoking thing. Out front, looking at the white flag, it's the 24 of Marsh Landers. Rick McComas in second, Zeller in third, and the 64, and Bachmeyer in fourth, and the 38. You got Cooper in the 77, and the 11 car of Westmoreland. Checkered flags coming out for the 24 of Marsh Landers. Second going to Rick McComas in the 39. Third to the 64 of Mark Zeller. Fourth to the 38 of Bachmeyer. And that's as far as I'm going to go with it. I'll let the guys that run this thing figure it out after that. And, of course, everything we say up here is unofficial. It's not official till they go through tech and get to the pay window. Pete, I'm going to let you have this next one. I wondered why my boy had to put a stumble valve on his race car. I think this might be the reason why. Stumble button, stumble valve. Green flag's out. Wes likes it. Claude Estes drives into the turn first. Pulls out. Here comes Kobe Stubblefield. And that orange number 2. He's looking at the back end of the 74E of Claude Estes, but Claude's going to hang on to about a 7-car length lead. It's Estes, Stubblefield, Backus. Not. All right. 74 of Estes still out front. Stubblefield trying to catch him. Looks like they've slung some of the stuff off his racetrack. They're starting to get a bite. Looks like the 821 of Justin Zimmerman moving into that 5th spot. Meanwhile, way out front is Claude Estes, and that's 74E. When they come around this time, should be halfway through, they stand as Estes, Stubblefield, Backus, and Zimmerman, Culp, and Nestrick. In that order, here comes Cody Kymick in the 27, and then you've got the 18 of Austin Smith bringing up the rear. Got about 3 laps left, and we may very well get some lapping going on here. Claude Estes, the leader, is pulling up on the 18S of Austin Smith. We'll see whether he chooses to go high or low around Austin. Passed him with no problems coming down the front straightaway. It's still, they get into 6 laps, 2 laps to go. He'll be looking at the white flag. That I'm talking about is Claude Estes III. Stubblefield still running second. Backus still running third. Justin Zimmerman coming up close, trying to get to the rear bumper of the 16 of Backus. Meanwhile, coming out of the 4th turn, taking the checkered flag, it's the 74E of Estes. Second going to the 2 of Kobe Stubblefield. Third to the 16 of Backus. 4th to the 827 of Justin Zimmerman. 5th to the 3 of Raven Culp. 4th to the Heath Nestrick. And I'm going to leave the rest of it up to the judges and the transponder guys.
Looks good, looks good. Green flag's out. Down on the bottom side of the racetrack, picking up the second spot, the 1M of Larry Long. As last night's feature winner, Gary Owen, out in front. But Larry Long running in second spot. Third, the 16S, Steven Sylvester. Fourth, the 2X of Tucker Dowdy. Fifth spot, the 10G of Marcus Thomas. Huge lead here in the early going for the 33 car. Got a great start. Gary Owens out of Pauls Valley, Oklahoma. Picked up the feature win last night, and his night is starting off pretty good tonight, leading heat race number 2. Larry Long running in second, closing in the 16S of Steven Sylvester, trying to close in on that second spot as they come off turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Sylvester trying to reel in Larry Long. Nothing doing as the 33 car of Gary Owens continues to lead. And it looks like that lead is kind of stabilized. In fact, taking a look at the lap count, he's just running about 2/10 quicker than the second place runner of Larry Long. So Gary Owens in that number 33. 2 laps to go here in heat race number 2. Larry Long continues to run in second. Steven Sylvester third. Tucker Dowdy in fourth. White flag in the air for the 33 of Gary Owens. Quite a ways back to that second spot. Here he is. Here's your winner coming off turn number 4 down the front straightaway. The 33 car of Gary Owens. Second spot going to the 1M of Larry Long. Third, the 16S of Steven Sylvester. Fourth place, the 2X of Tucker Dowdy. And rounding out the top 5 is the 10D of Michael Day. That's the way they finish up heat race number 2 for your IMCA Race Saver Sprint Cars at the 47th Annual Winter Nationals with a call of heat race number 3. Here's Joe Casper.
All right, we'll see if Wes likes them, see if they do what he likes. He likes it. Let's go. It's green flags waving at him. Hunter blocks him in the 4B, gets into the turn first. Austin Money looking down underneath, trying to get that drive coming off of turn 2. Blocks him, drives in hard. He's going to come off of turn 4 with the lead to lead the first lap. It's 4B of Hunter Bloxham. Austin Mundy in another 4 is second. Then you got Robert Byram in the 14 in third, but here comes the 20 car of Chad Wilson. Chad Wilson moving underneath the 14 car. Trying to make a move. Looks like he's got the pass made. 20 car Chad Wilson into third. Right now it's Bloxham, Monday, Wilson, Byram, Vetter, Brown. Now it's Brown, Vetter. Jaden Brown got a fast car. Pulling up. He's going to try and see. He's got 5th in position right now. Way out front's the 4B of Hunter Bloxham. Got about a 10 car length lead on the 4 car of Austin Mundy. Chad Wilson pretty close to the 4 car of Mundy. He's looking at his rear bumper, trying to figure out how to get under or around him. Not sure which. He says, I'm just going to look at him for a while. Coming across here now, your leader still the 4 of Bloxham. Then you got the 4 of Mundy, the 20 of Wilson, the 14 of Robert Byron, the 00 of Jaden Brown, the 29N of Neighbors, the V8 of Robert Vetter, and the 6M of Blake Mallory. 2 laps to go in this third heat. the IMCA Race Saver 305 division. Austin Mundy looks like he's making a close here, trying to get in. He's got one more lap after this one to see if he can make it happen. White flag's out. Your leader is still the 4B of Bloxham. Chad Wilson going to get underneath the 4 car of Austin Mundy. Oh, we got a car, 6M, Blake Mallory on the front straightaway. Yellow flag is out. Whew. That was a little scary. Let's see. No, he did not checker it. We'll have to go green, white, checker, I guess. Or did he checker it? Nope. 7 laps down. They'll have to back up a lap. Go green, white, checker. You have to be in single file line to go past it. You can't pass the car in front of you until you get past the cone, and you can't hit the cone, run into the cone, drive under the cone. Anything you do that touches the cone puts you at the back. Green's out. We'll see if we can make it this time. See, Hunter Bloxham can hang on to it. Austin Mundy trying to drive up. Here comes Chad Wilson. It's going to be it's going to get crowded there. Gonna get crowded. Looking at the white again is the 4 of Hunter Bloxham. He'll try and stay on the bottom. Chad Wilson banging on the rear bumper of the 4 of Austin Mundy. Going into turn 3. Look, there he is again. Chad Wilson banging on the rear bumper of that 4 car of Mundy. Taking the checkered flag is the 4B of Hunter Bloxham. Second going to the 4 of Austin Mundy. Third to the 20 car of Chad Wilson. Fourth to the 14 of Robert Byam. Fifth to the 29N of Larry Neighbors.
Or Chip Graham, that black and white number 5. He's your pole sitter out of Louisville. Outside, the 41M, Steve McMacken out of Greenville, Texas. Justin Fifield in that 49. Dale Wester in the 12W. Here we go. Fourth and final heat race for the IMCA Race Saver Sprint Cars. Steve McMacken, early leader coming off of turn number 2. Chip Graham falls to second. Justin Fifield in the 49 in third. And in fourth, the 99X, that's Dalton Stevens, finished second here last night on night number 1 of the 47th Annual Winter Nationals. McMacken kind of drifts high coming off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway, but still maintains about a 6-car length advantage. Problems for the 12W. Dale Wester off the track. Dalton Stevens to the outside of the 49 of Justin Fifield picks up the 3rd spot. Fifield fighting back. Nothing doing. The 99X of Dalton Stevens hanging on to that spot. Steve McMacken continues to lead. Chip Graham running in second. Dalton Stevens in third. Justin Fifield. And that 49 in fourth. And rounding out the top 5, the 9TX of Brad West. McMacken and that red 41M, a regular here at Devil's Bowl Speedway. Continues to open up the gap on the 5 of Chip Graham, and Dalton Stevens continues to hang on to that 3rd spot as Justin Fifield continues to run in fourth. 2 laps to go, 2 laps to go here in heat race number 4. White flag in the air for the 41M. This is the money lap into turn number 3. Now coming off turn number 4. Your winner, the 41M of Steve McMacken. 2nd spot going to the 5 of Chip Graham. 3rd, the 99X of Dalton Stevens. And in 4th spot, Justin Fifield in that 49. And rounding out the top 5, it's the 9TX, Brad West. here in heat race number 4 for your IMCA Race Saver Sprint Cars tonight here at Devil's Bowl Speedway. Next up, Buckmeyer Motorsports heat race number 1 for your limited modifieds.
From Forney, Texas, it's the 69X of Kane Buckmeyer. Green flag's out. Wally pulls out into the lead to start with here. Pulling out of turn 2. Still holding on to the lead. It's 75 of Wally Beatty, but the L51 of Nick Lent right there on his rear bumper. Billy Burt running a little high. Thought he was going to lose a position to the 17 of Joe Content. Hangs on to that third position. Content still in fourth. Down the back straightaway, it's the 75 of Beatty, the L51 of Lent, the 9 of Billy Burt. Right now, looks like it might be in fourth place will be the 01 of Stephen Clements. Oh, looks like Wally Beatty broke. That'll put the L51 of Nick Lent in the lead. Billy Burt in the 9 car is currently in second, but yellow comes out. Oh, looks like he spun over there. I didn't see him behind that pole. He's pointed right at us, and I just missed him. That would be the he I'm talking about, the 75 of Wally Beatty. Right. Wes is ready to get this one underway. Getting a little hot-headed. That neck's getting a little red there behind that white hat. Green flag's out. Nick Lent lighting it up down the front straightaway. And for these cars, it's still a little greasy out there. You can tell. All right, looks like we have a new second place car. That would be Stephen Clements in the 01. Then you got Blackwell. Oh, Billy Burt's having problems there. A little bit of slickness going on, and Stephen Clements getting way high in that second position. Man, these cars are a little bit out of control. Meanwhile, out front, looking at 2 laps to go, is the L51 of Nick Lent. Then you got the 01 of Stephen Clements, the 15B of Thomas Blackwell, the 17 of Joe Content, the 9 of Billy Burt, the 69X of Kane Buckmeyer, and the 7R of Chris Rivas. White flag coming out one more time around. That's all it's going to take for Nick Lent to get him a heat race win here at Devil's Bowl Speedway. And I honestly can say I don't think I've ever announced this guy before, so I don't remember the name. This might be a first win for him totally at Devil's Bowl Speedway. Checkered flags coming out for the L51 of Nick Lent. Second going to the 01 of Stephen Clements. Third to the 15B of Thomas Blackwell. Fourth to the 17 of Joe Content. Fifth to the 9B of Billy Burt. And Kane Buckmeyer and the 7R of Chris Rivas bringing up the rear.
Here we go. Looking good. Coming off turn number 4, side by side. Green flag out. Oh! Cody Smith getting into the side of the 123 of B.A. Jensen. B.A. Jensen out in front. Leads him off turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Cody Smith falls into the second spot. Stephen Murrow in that blue number 48 runs in third, with Brandon Williams in fourth in that number 5. And then 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th all together, but on the move, the number 1 at Chase Raymond. Chase Raymond in that number 1, fighting with Jeff McGibney over that 6th spot as the 123 of B.A. Jensen, with about a 5-car length advantage over Cody Smith in second. Stephen Murrow in that 48 runs in third. Brandon Williams continues to run in fourth, but it's a train behind him. Fifth, sixth, and seventh behind the number 5 of Brandon Williams. He goes high. The 27 car, 27H of Frank Hoslinger, also goes high. Chase Raymond right there as well. Chase Raymond getting a little sideways coming off turn number 4. As the race for 4th spot in between the number 5 of Brandon Williams and the 27H of Frank Hoslinger, as the 123 continues to lead. Cody Smith in second. Stephen Murrow in the 48 runs in third. White flag in the air for B.A. Jensen. Here we go, money lap here in the heat race. Coming off turn number 4. Checkered flag in the air. Your winner, B.A. Jensen. Second spot going to the 18S of Cody Smith. Stephen Murrow finishes in third. Brandon Williams in fourth. And the 27H of Frank, how'd you say it, Joe? Holsinger. Yeah. Frank Holsinger rounds out the top 5 in heat race number 2. Heat race number 3 out on the Speedway.
Let's see what we got here. Green flag's waving. We're going to go. Like I said, it's still just a little greasy for the tires on these cars, so they're going to work hard at trying to get some traction there. Looks like out front, Brent Jones in the 44 BJ. No, yep. Second, Kenneth Reed in the 36. Third, Eric Luttrell in the 11th. And coming up to fourth, it's a 12 car of Matt Reed. Matt running hard side by side with the 33 of Kirkendall. Matt Reed goes high. Out front, look at the lead here. Take over second place, the 11 of Eric Luttrell. As it stands right now, it's the 44 BJ of Brent Jones, the 11 of Eric Luttrell, the 36 of Kenneth Reed, and the 33 of Pepper Kirkendall. And we'll see. Now you got me doing it. Oh, Eric Luttrell. Got a new leader. Going into turn 1, your new leader, the 11 of Eric Luttrell. Underneath the 44 BJ is the 36 of Kenneth Reed, trying to take that second position. Kenneth's going to hold on to the bottom. Brent Jones goes up a little higher. We'll see what happens here. Kenneth Reed hanging on to that third position. Pepper Kirkendall right on his rear bumper. Eric Luttrell pulling out away from the 44 BJ about halfway down the back straightaway. He pulled about 3 car lengths. White flag coming out for the 11 of Eric Luttrell. One more time is all it's going to take. Got about a 10 car length lead going into turn 3. The 11 car of Eric Luttrell looking at the checkered flag as he comes out of turn 4. And it waves. Eric Luttrell's your winner. The 44 BJ of Brent Jones in second. The 36 of Kenneth Reed in third. The 33 of Pepper Kirkendall in fourth. And the 12 of Matt Reed in fifth in his first race back after he sold everything.
So our track champion struggling this weekend here at Devil's Bowl Speedway, the 10G of Marcus Thomas.
Man, those little gremlins can pop up on you anytime, buddy.
Yes.
And sometimes they're impossible.
That's why when it's good, and you better enjoy it.
You can't find it sometimes. That's the problem. You may race 3 weeks and can't figure out what the problem is. Green flag's flying. Wes has got it out. It's time to go racing. Fifield into turn one first, but you got the 1-0 of Michael Oliver. Looks like he's anxious to get underneath the 49 of Fifield, and outside of him looks like the 4X of Nestrick. Oh. Yeah. So as they run now, it's Fifield. Oh, wait a minute. I'm trying to see who that is in second place.
Raven Culp.
It's Raven Culp. There he goes. I can only see one side of that car with a number on it. So it's Fifield, Culp, Oliver, Nestrick, Bryson Oscar. That's that name I have trouble with. Marcus Thomas still probably looking like he's still having some problems because he's not fast as he usually is. Meanwhile, out front, by about 10 car lengths, is the 49 of Fifield.
And right now on the outside looking in, the 10G, Marcus Thomas, track champion here at Devils Bowl Speedway. He's in 6th spot.
Yeah, and only top 4. Top 4 is the only ones that qualify for the A. Anyone that finishes past 4, just go ahead and load it up, go to the house. Things are still about the same as they was the last time I told you, coming out of turn 4. Your leader looking at 2 laps to go, the 49 of Fifield. Second's the 3-car of Culp. Third's the 1-0 of Oliver. Fourth is the 4X of Nestrick. Those are your top 4. Those are the qualifying positions to get them into the A. White flag coming out. It'll be one more time for Fifield, Culp, Oliver, and Nestrick. See if they can't rotate themselves right on into the A. And Wes Goodwin throwing that checkered flag to the 49 of Justin Fifield. Second going to the 3 of Raven Culp. Third to the 1-0 of Michael Oliver. Fourth to the 4X of Nestrick. Fifth to the 38 of Oscar. And sixth to the 10, G of Marcus Thomas. Matthew Holt in the 16P and bringing up the rear of the 18S of Austin Smith.
All right, looking for the side-by-side start coming off turn number 4. 8 laps. They'll make up the B feature. Top 4 transfer. Rolling through 4. Green flag is out. Robert Byram out in front. Oh, some problems over here. Turn number 1. A little bit of bouncing around. The 00, Jaden Brown. He straightens it back up. We stay green. And he has definitely gathered it back up. In that 00. Robert Byram out in front, the 9TX of Brad West running in second spot, but feeling the pressure from the V8 of Robert Vetter as I go down the front straightaway. Fourth spot, the number 6 of David Burke. As the V8 of Robert Vetter right there trying to wrestle the second spot away from Brad West in that black number 9TX. Vetter taking a peek down to the inside. Can't make the move. West continues to kind of see where that cushion is right now. Where it starts to get dark, that's where they're running. But right now, out in front, the 14B of Robert Byron. Robert Byram in that 14B continues to lead. Brad West in the 9X continues to run in second. The V8 out of Wolf City, Robert Vetter runs in third with David Burke fourth and Blake Mallory in the 6M rounding out the top 5. Seventh spot, the 27 car, Cody Kimming. White flag in the air, white flag in the air for the 14B of Robert Byram. So right now on the bubble, David Burke in that fourth and final transfer spot. Blake Mallory on the outside looking in. Here we go, coming off turn number 4. Down the front straightaway, the 14B of Robert Byram, he's in. The 9TX of Brad West makes it in. The V8 of Robert Vetter is third, with David Burke in fourth. Blake Mallory finishes in fifth. Cody Kymick finishes in sixth. Jaden Brown in seventh. And that's the way they finish up the B feature. So the top 4 transfer, everybody else loads it up. So Robert Byram in the 14B, he transfers. The 9TX of Brad West, he's into the feature. Robert Vetter in the V8, and David Burke in the number 6. This is a treat for them. They do not race here on a regular basis. They visit the Devil's Bowl Speedway about 3 times a year. And looking for the green flag start coming off turn number 4. Looks good. As Marsh Landers in that number 24 drifts up the racetrack, opens the door for the number 7 of Corey Kymick and Rick McComas in that number 39. McComas right there challenging for the lead as they go into turn number 1. McComas drives down to the bottom. Kymick pushes up the racetrack. Rick McComas, Slicky Ricky in the number 39 out in front. Putting all 510 cubic inches down to the ground in that number 39. I believe that the last time they were here, the 39 of Rick McComas went to victory lane. And he's looking good so far here in the early laps in the feature event for the Texas Wing Modifieds. Number 39, Rick McComas. Out in front, Corey Kymick in second. The number 7, Matt Wester, the number 2, runs in third, with a 64 car of Mark Zoller running in fourth. Zoller now taking a peek. Problems for McComas. It looks like front end problems. Caution on the speedway. Oh, watch out! Oh! Looks like the front end, not sure if he hit a tire or what. With the line he was running. But he came down the racetrack right in front of another car. And your leader out of this one, the number 39.
Yep,
there he is.
Hit the tire.
Hit the tire. Knocked the front end out. Here we go. Line them up.
Zeller's pulling off.
The 64 of Zeller off the track as we go back to green flag racing here in the feature event for the Texas Wing Modifieds. Down to the bottom side of the racetrack, the number 38, Billy Bachmeyer, trying to get that second spot away. Nothing doing. He falls back to third. As it's Corey Kimmig out in front. And Cody Kimmig in that number 27 running in second. Billy Bachmeyer runs in third. Not for long, though, is Steve Adrian in the number 75. He's up to third. Adrian in that number 75 with about half a body on that car. Out in front, or out in third spot, picks up the third spot. Billy Bachmeyer goes down to fourth, and Dale Wester all the way from the back up to fifth. Corey Kymick and Cody Kymick. A pair of Kymicks on the 1 and 2, the 7 and the 27. We're starting to kind of check out on the rest of the field. Steve Adrian continues to run in third. That number 75, fourth, the 38 of Billy Bachmeyer, and Dale Wester now starting to close down on the 38 of Billy Bachmeyer and that number 12. Wester dives down to the bottom, trying to grab a couple of car lengths. Can't do anything, really. Looks about the same like it did last lap. Taking a look at some of these lap times, and your leader right now running the quickest lap times in that number 7. A little over 18 and a half seconds on that last lap for Corey Kymick. Cody Kymick clearing some lap traffic.
Marshlanders in the 24 pulling off.
Steve Adrian now running in third. Clears some lap traffic. Clears the number 76 car of Rex Adrian. As they are spread out here in the feature event for the Texas Wing Modifieds. More lap traffic directly in front of the leader. Corey Kimmett goes to the top side of the racetrack. Oh, smoke coming from the number 7. That may be Terminal. Not running near as fast. Here comes the 27 of Cody Kimmett. Cody Kimmett gets by the 7 as they go down the back straightaway. So problems for the number 7 with the white flag out. Pulls it down to the inside of the front straightaway wall. The number 27. Cody Kimmett. He'll be looking at the checkered flag this time. Your winner, the 27 car of Cody Kimmett. Second spot goes to the 75 car of Steve Adrian. Third will be the 12 of Dale Wester. Fourth will be Billy Bachmeyer, the number 38. And rounding out the top 5, it's the 77 car of Nick Cooper. Matt Wester finishes in 6th. And that's the way they finish up. Corey Kimmett winds up 7th as his engine seemed to expire during that race with about a lap to go.
It's right now, I'm guessing. Lisa's not hollering, so it must be. Green light, it's time to grow. Green flag, it's time to grow. Owens on the outside, Estes on the inside. Estes relegated to second right now. Owens moved out to the front. And coming out of turn 4, it looks like the 2X of Tucker Dowdy has taken over that second position. They're getting a little crowded down there in turn 1, but they're coming down the back straightaway, spreading out a little bit. Coming around in front of us down the front straightaway, it's the 33 of Owens, the 2X of Dowdy, the 99X of Dalton Stevens. And the, let me see, I'm trying to see that number. Right now you're looking at the 2X of Tucker Dowdy. Dalton Stevens moving around the outside of the 2X of Tucker Dowdy, taking over that second position. And they're still racing down the back straightaway. It's Dalton Stevens on top, Tucker Dowdy underneath. Dalton prevails. Now, as they are running, they are starting to string out around the racetrack. You've got races everywhere. Down the back straightaway, way out front, is the 33 of Gary Owens. In second is the 99X of Dalton Stevens. In third, the 2X of Tucker Dowdy. In fourth, it's the 4 of Austin Money. In fifth, it's the 74E of Claude Estes, the third. Claude Estes looking underneath. Claude is the 827 of Justin Zimmerman. 821, excuse me, of Justin Zimmerman. And Gary Owens in that 33 car is still holding on to about a 15 car length lead. Dalton Stevens doing the same over the third place of Tucker Dowdy. Austin Mundy's closing in a little bit on the 2X of Dowdy. There's racing all over the place. I just can't keep up with it all.
Lap traffic is going to play a part in this one.
It's about to play a part. The 33 of Gary Owens is pulling up, probably going to catch the 4X of Heath Nestrick, and you've got a pass underneath. Oh, looks like somebody broke up and put on the outside. Might be McMacken, I'm not sure. Austin Mundy trying to get around the 2X of Tucker Dowdy. Austin says, "Dadgum, that 2X car is wide." Looks like we've got a challenge to the lead here. Dawson Stevens has pulled up. Oh, getting underneath the 33 of Owens. Oh, and they get together coming off of turn 2. Slows down Dalton Stevens just a little bit. Oh, and we got, bad deal down here in turn 3. Down here in turn 4, coming out of 4. Oh, it's crazy. Took out the leader. No, it took out the second place car. Right. Gary Owens is still the leader. But, man, that could have been real bad. That scared me.
Lights out, looking for the green flag.
All right, here we go. Green flag's waving. Watch that cone. Anybody hits it, they go into the back. We're halfway through this race, 10 laps to go. With Owens out front, and look at Austin Monday making a move on the outside. He says, "Tucker Dowdy, who? Tucker, who? Here I come." Oh, he gets a little bit high. Tucker's on that bottom end. Oh, bad deal. Chip Graham in the front straightaway. Michael Day right here in front of us stopped. I see him coming out of the car there. He's coming out on his own.
All right, that's good. Give him a hand, folks.
All right, folks, give Chip Graham a hand. Climbing out from that car, he's probably still a little dizzy from that spinning what's going on there as he come down. I didn't catch the first of it. I just caught the last of it. All right, here we go. Wes is waving that green rag. It's time to go. Missed the cone is all I can say. Oh, Gary Owens has got a problem. Something didn't take off for him coming off of turn 2. And looks like Larry Long. Something's going on with him, too. Tucker Dowdy and Austin Monday are battling for second. And I believe that battle's going to move up into the lead here real soon. Finally, Gary Owens get that thing worked out. Austin Monday pulls down to put a block on the 2X of Tucker Dowdy. Meanwhile, the 821 of Justin Zimmerman and the 74E of Claude Estes racing back here for the 4th position, or 3rd position, I guess it would be, possibly. Gary Owens is pulled back out to the lead he was carrying earlier. Right now, as they come past the line, it's Owens, Monday, Dowdy, Zimmerman, Estes, Shabester, Wilson, Fifield, Stubblefield, Neighbors, Culp, Fetter, Bloxham. Man, they are stretched all the way around. We're getting a little bit of dry slick down here in the middle of the turn, down in the bottom, about 10 foot off the bottom of the turns. You're getting a slick spot, I'll call it, on both ends. And this one's just in one, goes to the middle one, then it goes ahead and clears off in turn 1. But down in 3 and 4, it's covering about twice the area as the slick spot in 1. Meanwhile, it's still Monday is trying to chase down the 33 of Gary Owens. Yellow, we're gone yellow. I don't know what we're yellow for. I'm looking
for debris.
Oh, debris on the racetrack. Green flag's out once again. And it's down the back straightaway. Austin Monday trying to drive in hard on the outside. Oh, we got a, whoa, man, that was crazy. Who is that? That's Fifield. Oh, meanwhile, you got a pass for the lead on the back straightaway, and Austin Monday pulls up, bangs on the left front of the 33 of Gary Owens, and moves out about 4 or 5 car lengths. There is racing all over. Track again is giving us a good race night. Out front, Here's the local boy, Austin Mundy, looking at that white flag. Down the back straightaway, diving into turn 3. Gary Owens going to make one last ditch effort. Not going to make it. Checkered flag coming out for the 4 car of Austin Mundy. Second going to the 33 of Gary Owens. Third to the 821 of Justin Zimmerman. Fourth to the 16S of Steven Shabester. And fifth to the 20 car of Chad Wilson. And I'm going to leave it up to the judges after that. Again, all this is unofficial, what you hear from us up here in the tower. Nothing is official until they go past the through tech and to the pay window. And with that one, I'm going to turn it back over to Pete Hronis.
Here we go. Green flag. Eric Luttrell hitting those brakes kind of hard. You saw the sparks. Oh, watch out! Off turn number 2. Problems for the Q1 of Clements. We stay green. Oh, we got one stopped. The 27 still under power as we got the 7 car coming to a stop. I want to say that's the 7R of Chris Rivas. Lights out, looking for the green flag this time. Underway here in the feature event for the Buckmeyer Motorsports USRA Limited Modifieds. Eric Luttrell out in front. Thomas Blackwell running in second. Better start for the Q1. Stephen Clements as he runs in third. The L51. Nick Lent down to the inside, picks up that 3rd spot. Thomas Blackwell now challenging for the lead coming off of turn number 2. Can't do anything, falls back in line. Eric Luttrell in that number 11 out in front, keeps it pinned down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Here comes Thomas Blackwell in that number 15 trying to get by him. Nose to tail, they go down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Blackwell takes the high line. Eric Luttrell opens up the bottom line. Opens up the door for the 15 car of Blackwell. Can't do anything. Once again, pushes off the bottom. But Blackwell right there in second. Nick Lent in the L51 runs in third. Cody Smith and that number 18S runs in fourth. And rounding out the top 5, it's the 33 of Pepper Kirkendall. Cody Smith and that 18S on the bottom side of the racetrack trying to get the 3rd spot away. He's got it down the front straightaway. Cody Smith and that 18S. Talked to him a few weeks back, and he loves to run these big shows. That's what he does. When there's some money on the line, he likes to bring it. And right now, the number 11 car, Eric Luttrell, he opens up about a 5-car length advantage over Thomas Blackwell, who's running in second. Cody Smith runs in third with the L51 and Nick Lent in fourth. Problems for the 17 car sideways over there in turn number 2, the action turn here at Devil's Bowl Speedway. Joe Content and the Q1 of Stephen Clements. So caution on the speedway. Thomas Blackwell trying to creep up on the number 11. Remember, there's no orange cone here. Delaware style restart. Green flag is out. Back of the field. Bunching up. Eric Luttrell continues to lead. Problems for Blackwell. The 18S, here we come. Cody Smith. And then number 18S up to second. Thomas Blackwell goes to third. Pepper Kirkendall runs in fourth. The L51 of Nick Lent rounds out the top 5. Then it's the 6th, the 123 of B.A. Jensen, Matt Goswick. And that number 67 up to 7th spot as Eric Luttrell. And that number 11 kind of checking out on the rest of the field. Coming off turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Eric Luttrell all alone in the lead. Cody Smith in the 18S runs in second with Thomas Blackwell in the 15B running in third. Pepper Kirkendall in that 33 in fourth, and Nick Lent in the L51 rounding out the top 5. Does anybody have anything for the 11 of Eric Luttrell? Right rear flat on Jeff McGibney, the number 19. He takes it off the track. Exits the Speedway up in turn number 1. Also problems for the 123 of B.A. Jensen. He takes it behind the wall over here in 3. It's all Eric Luttrell and that number 11 as he sees some lap cars, some potential lap cars directly in front of him, catches the back of the field. The 17 car, Joe Content, and the 44 BJ of Brent Jones. Luttrell getting by the 44 of Brent Jones. Lots of lap traffic directly in front of the leader. Is Cody Smith going to be able to close in? We will see as the laps wind down here in the feature event for the Buckmeyer Motorsports USRA Limited Modifieds. 3 laps to go, 3 laps to go. For Eric Luttrell, problem for Brent Jones. He pulls it off the speedway. Eric Luttrell now in some heavy traffic. Coming off of turn number 4. The Q1 almost getting sideways once again with the 11 of Eric Luttrell getting by him. White flag in the air one more time around Devil's Bowl Speedway for the 11 of Eric Luttrell. Handled all that traffic pretty nicely. Oh, the 9 gets problems. Whoa. Caution on the speedway. Caution on the speedway. Wow. There you go. Eric Luttrell in that number 11. He was looking at that checkered flag the next time by, and now he's parked at the top of turn number 2. The number 9 gets sideways, and the 11, the right rear, goes over the left front of the 9 car, and that was it. That's all it took. Billy Burt and that 9B getting sideways over there in turn number 2. We're going green-white checker here in the finish for the Buckmeyer Motorsports USRA Limited Modified feature tonight here at Devil's Bowl Speedway. Not sure what that was all about, but the green flag's out. Cody Smith in the 18S out in front. Thomas Blackwell right there in second. Pepper Kirkendall running in third. Chase Raymond, who visited Victory Lane a couple of times this year, runs in fourth. Now up to third is at number 1 of Chase Raymond. White flag in the air for the 18S of Cody Smith. Kirkendall taking a peek down the inside of the number 1 of Chase Raymond. Nothing doing. As we head down the back straightaway, Cody Smith in that 18S. Looking for victory here in the 47th Annual Winter Nationals here at Devil's Bowl Speedway. Coming off of turn number 4, checkered flag in the air. Your feature winner in the Buckmeyer Motorsports USRA Limited Modifieds, the 18S of Cody Smith. Second spot going to the 15B of Thomas Blackwell. Third, the number 1 of Chase Raymond. Fourth, the L51 of Nick Lent. And rounding out the top 5, it's Pepper Kirkendall in the 33. 6th went to the 67 of Matt Goswick. 7th went to the 56 of Stephen Ashcraft. That's the way they finish up. Of course, all this unofficial till it hits the pay window. There's Thomas Blackwell. Looking at the monitor, there's your winner, Cody Smith, in that 18S. There he is. Give him a round of applause, folks. The 18S, Cody Smith, going to victory lane tonight here at Devil's Bowl Speedway at the 47th Annual Winter Nationals.